Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm going to be doing this pick a card reading for you, which will not take a lot of your time because I've pre-shuffled the tarot as well as the oracle cards. This is going to be a career reading, career insights, in which we're going to look at where you are at and what's next for you. So I've got a set of 7 questions, and I've picked one tarot card for each question. One odd pile may have got more, and I've taken oracle cards as advice cards. So I'll quickly run over the questions for you. And the first question we look at is, where are you at and whether you're aligned with your soul purpose. We may not be aligned with our soul purpose even if we enjoy our job. So it's not to say as though if you're doing a job and if I say that you're not aligned, that you got to switch your job. No. If you're happy where you are at, then you continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. All right. It's only if you have been drawn to something else, if you've already been thinking about something, this just as added confirmation. So that's the first question. Then we look at, how can you find motivation, or where can you find motivation? Then we look at, what do you need to know about the responsibilities and how you tackle them. And then we're going to look at, how is your career shaping up. You may think of it differently. Maybe the cards say something different. All right. And then we look at, what are the potential rewards that you can expect. And then we look at, where is all this leading to on an energetic level? Even though whether you are aligned or not aligned, where is this leading you? And then the last question will be, what next in the 3D reality? All right. And then we'll take out advice cards of anything extra that you need to know. I have a deck here, so in case we need to clarify anything, I'll use this. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot Mini, and that we'll take if we need. All right. Now the cards that you can see here are 3 crystal cards, and I will be using them for your reading. So you can either look at, I won't be reading what the description is right now, because I want you to just choose this intuitively. All right. Now let me introduce you to the piles. As you can see, we have 3. Pile number 1 is the Bloodstone. Pile number 2 is the Sunstone. And pile number 3 is the Aquamarine. All right. I'll give you a good look. This is the Bloodstone. Pile number 2 is the Sunstone. And pile number 3 is the Aquamarine. Now, for those of you who are intuitive, the timestamps are below. I will see you at your pile. And for those of you who benefit from that quick meditation to center yourself, beautiful seekers, let us begin. Sit with your spine erect, palms open facing upward. When you're ready, gently close your eyes and gently take in a deep breath. Hold. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your inner guidance, your intuition, knowing that it would never lead you astray. Take your time. When you're ready, gently exhale. Gently open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1. Those of you who've chosen the Bloodstone card, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all doing well and your career is doing great too, and you're just here because you wanted an added confirmation, or just because you just have not seen a career reading for a while. All right. But anyway, if there's something that you need to know, here we are. We're going to find out what there is. And look at what this card says. Bloodstone. Get up, get moving. So what's coming with this card for me is that for some of you, you're mulling over something. All right? It could be starting something new, getting some new ideas. If you are an entrepreneur, you want to launch something new or try a different format of whatever it is that you're doing, you're trying to bring newness. And the good news is this is a great year to do it, because if you're watching it as I'm posting it, we are in 2026, which adds to a 1. So the best way forward for your career is to keep sprucing things up during this year. Bring something new in, add something more, so that you do get this, you will actually get a huge boost in your career if you do that. And in your case, I think you've been mulling over for quite some time and you're being told in no uncertain terms, get up and get moving. You're ready for it. Stop trying to make things perfect and only then you will move. You will end up doing nothing if you do that. Time, of course, is not the way we look at it, but time is precious. And you're here, you have limited time here on this planet, in this life of yours. And if you've got something beautiful, don't let your own thoughts self-sabotage you. And there's nothing that stops you from improving what you put out there. So get started immediately. And in fact, if you've got something which is really ready to launch, do so now, because shortly after, in Pisces season, we're going to go through Mercury retrograde, and that won't be a great time to launch. All right, so try and avoid Mercury retrogrades, but otherwise you're ready to launch whatever it is. Get up and get moving. Or if you've been taking a long break, it's time for you. Universe says that it's time for you to get after your dreams and make those dreams come true. All right, now I'm going to lay out all your cards. I will call out what card is for what question, and then I will finally get into the reading at the end. All right, let me just put those questions here so that I don't forget them. All right, the first question is, where are you at, and are you in alignment with your soul purpose? And you get the 4 of Swords. Where can you find motivation? And you get the 7 of Cups in reverse. What do you need to know about your responsibilities? You get Temperance. How is your career shaping up? You get the Empress in reverse. What are the potential rewards that you can expect? You get the Queen of Wands. Where is all this leading to on an energetic level? You get the 7 of Cups. You get the 7 of Cups twice. And what next in the 3D? And you get the 2 of Swords. All right. Put that here so we, oops. And for your oracle cards, which are your advice cards, you get Stop, you get Mountains, Obstacles, and the number 5, and Step out of your comfort zone. Beautiful. Everything screams what Bloodstone had to say. Get up and get moving. But let's begin. First and foremost, where are you at? Oh my God, I didn't notice this. Where are you at, and are you aligned with your soul purpose? And you get the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is a period of withdrawing. It's the Hermit card of the Minor Arcana. You've taken some time out, you're resting, you may be on leave, you may be taking a break from work, and you're planning, you're wondering whether you're on the right path, whether this is what you should do. You've got this idea, should you launch it or not? And then there may be overthinking and no action, which is why this has come. Get up and get moving. And you are being told that yes, you are aligned to your soul purpose. Whatever this area of work is, this is what you should be doing. And you're exactly where you need to be, but you have prolonged this period of rest and inactivity because you are self-sabotaging a brilliant idea that's there in your head. You want to do something, your gut is telling you to do it, but there's some sort of inertia. Maybe this is something from the past. Maybe you tried to do something which didn't work out. Despite people telling you not to do it, you did it and it didn't work out. And maybe, it's like a deja vu. You're in the same situation where you want to do something, the people around you say no. But this time, it's different from then. You needed to learn that lesson to be able to face this again and still trust yourself. Just because you made a decision that didn't work out doesn't mean you have to stop trusting yourself. Trust your gut. This is your learning lesson here. And you are on the right path. You are aligned with your soul purpose. So go for it. Enough of, talking yourself out of it or just not taking action because you don't know what to do, because of fear of failure. You are aligned. You're going to do great. Just get up and get moving. All right? What was this? Where can you find motivation? And you get the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups upright talks about someone who's got many things to choose from and they don't know which way to go. Should we go here? Should we go there? Undecided, scattered energy. And you can find motivation by focusing on what you have. You have an idea or you are already doing something which you actually love. Maybe the people around you don't like it. Maybe you haven't seen enough success. And so you are in this period that I've been pouring in so much, nothing's happened. Maybe this is not meant for me. Maybe the others are right. Others are not right. You are right. Your gut instinct is right. Follow it. Focus on it. The scattered energy is not going to motivate you. This is in reverse. You are meant to focus on what it is that you love and just do it. You have stayed in this energy of planning and plotting for a long time. It's not serving you. Don't listen to anyone. If your gut is telling you to do this, just follow through and just keep doing it without concentrating on the outcome. It's going to work out perfectly. What do you need to know about your responsibilities? Balance. Balance is the key. See, here you get a major arcana. In fact, right in the center of your reading, you've got two major arcanas. Temperance. What does this mean in your area of responsibilities? It means that for you to move ahead, for you to be able to take care of everything that you're meant to take care of, you need to first and foremost be in a state of balance. When you are in a state of balance, your outer world will reflect your inner world. All right? You cannot get after pleasing each and every person. That's not responsibility. You jot down what you have. You can't look after 25 things with the same momentum on every single day, every single moment. So you've got to plan it out. Not over-plan, but plan. And what is the basic thing of planning is prioritizing. Learn to prioritize. But all this will come to you effortlessly when you are in balance. So don't let yourself overthink. Ground your energies. Practice grounding exercises. And because of this particular card which has come here, which tells you to focus more, I think meditation will help you big time. So take some time out every day for meditation. Make sure that you do some form of exercise to ground your energy. Walk bare feet on the grass. Sit on your own. Sit in nature every single day, no matter how busy your day is. You can always take out half an hour for yourself. If you don't, you are not going to be in balance. And if you're not going to be in balance, you will be running after time, you'll be running after responsibilities, you'll be running behind everything and not being satisfied. So this is a big message for you. How is your career shaping up? And you get the Empress in reverse. This is so beautiful. You know, you are on the threshold of being the Empress irrespective of your gender. All right, but this has come in reverse because you're not taking action. Because you've been working on this particular thing for a while and you've not been seeing anything. Because the time wasn't ready for it to be, you know, to blow up into something wonderful. But that doesn't mean nothing was happening. You couldn't see it. And the people around you were possibly making a huge deal out of it, that, see, we told you not to do this and you were so adamant, and what's come of it? So, and you've taken a break and you've quite demoralized is what I'm feeling. And you've got this idea, but you don't know how to put it in front out there because people are going to really possibly get after you. But look at this. This is how your career is shaping up. You are the Empress. You've got so much waiting to just pour in. But it's blocked right now because you're in this energy, and I will unblock it for you. And it's right in the center of your reading. It's shaping up beautifully, but right now it's stagnant because you are stagnant. So get up and get moving. Potential rewards, the Queen of Wands. You are so attractive. People are seeing you. People are seeing how things are shaping up. But, you know, right now, those rewards haven't come yet. You may, in fact, before coming into this energy, you were so sure it's going to come. And it's not. You know, because it was delayed gratification, you got demoralized. But it's beautiful. Look at this beautiful Queen of Wands here. And all this irrespective of your gender. You are going to attract abundance. You are going to be, so attractive. People are ready to do things for you because you're in this energy. You're so powerful. People see you as so powerful. This is the energy that you're going to be in. So you may be getting a huge promotion. You know, if you have your own venture, something, your own business, you are going to see it really thriving. All right. People may think you're an overnight success, but people close to you know that you've struggled and you know how much you've worked. But this is the time for you to go and embrace this. And you are sitting here without action. This has to change for this to come, All right. Where is all this leading to on an energetic level? Look at that. This is so beautiful. If you focus on what you need to focus on and get out of this energy and start coming into balance and doing what you need to do, acting, you are going to step up into your Empress energy. You are going to get your promotion. You are going to be so attractive. And all this is leading you to a place wherein you will have so many options to be able to expand further. All right, many doors will open for you just once you get into this place. It's just waiting to happen. And this could be, and since we're looking at it on an energetic level, this could be also right now it could be on a different level. But once you have this energetic shift on this level, so many doors will expand. It's going to become something huge. All right. So it all has to start with you first and foremost, believing in yourself, channeling your energy with meditation and grounding so that you are focused on whatever it is that you want, irrespective of what anyone around you says. Get really clear on this. Come into balance. All right. And from this place of balance, get up once again and start moving. And you will see that this time you don't have to work because you've done the spade work for so many years, possibly for some of you, that now you're going to see those rewards. And what next on the 3D level? I feel that despite this reading, when you see this reading, you're still going to be in this stubborn energy. You're trying to keep your emotions away, and you're being told, don't run away from your emotions. That's what's led you to this Four of Swords. You not making a decision, you just sitting there because you feel when you open your mouth and talk about what it is that you want, all hell will break loose. So you're just sitting in this energy, Two of Swords, undecided. Actually, you know what you want, but you're not saying it out because you don't want to go through the whole thing about everyone coming and breathing down your neck. So you're just sitting in this energy, but this is doing you no good. You are meant to be the Empress, but you remember it was blocked because you are not taking action. You are not making that decision. Stop. This stop is the huge stop that you've brought to the momentum in your career right now, and it's time to stop that. Step out of your comfort zone. What is that? What is your comfort zone? Your comfort zone is first and foremost following your heart's desires, doing, you are already aligned to your soul purpose. Stop chasing outcomes. Just enjoy what you're doing like you were, and let people say whatever it is. Right now, you've come to this, there may be obstacles. I don't know why I'm picking up that it's all the people around you who say that you've not done anything great despite pouring in so much energy into something which they told you not to do, possibly. All right, but this is temporary. With that 5 card here, this is about to change. In 2022, I learned something beautiful, and for which I am so grateful. In our culture and tradition in Hinduism, Lord Ganesha is supposed to be the remover of obstacles. All right, and in 2022-23, this is the biggest lesson I was taught, which we have heard a million times. Our teachers, our parents, a million posts on various social media platforms telling you that, be like water, flow, be like water. And it's not easy. But the day I have embraced this, that when an obstacle comes, I don't break down, because in between I was having a very bad time. It was my Sade Sati, basically. It was influence of Saturn, and it was a pretty difficult phase. And I was going through quite a bit in my life at that time. And then everything shifted when I started accepting the obstacle and actually saying thank you when the next challenge came forward. I would just say thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to either, accept it for what it is, try and deal with it, try making a way through it or around it, or finally deciding, well, I'm not meant to get past this, and, I accept defeat here, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to try something else. Maybe this is not meant for me. When you bring that as second nature, you will never get perturbed again by any obstacle. Maybe that momentary thing, when it comes to you, you get shocked in the beginning, oh my God, now what? But that's just for that moment. And you realize that you'll find a way, one way or the other. And if you don't, then it's not meant for you. You've got to try something else. When you respect your obstacle, you will find a way, one way or the other. And in your case, you're here, the obstacles are here. The main thing about this is to trust yourself and trust the universe. Because you are just, what are you? You're just a part of that universe. All you got to do is to align with that universe, and you will just know you are aligned to your soul purpose. What you're thinking is aligned to your soul purpose. All you got to do is come into balance and act. Believe in yourself. And you will find that you have to step out of your comfort zone. Once again, you've got to stand up for yourself and against the people whom you love. And you've got to just stick with it. Follow your instinct. Go for it from a place of balance. Be very laser focused. And you'll be able to do that through meditation and grounding. It's not the time to sit in this energy of indecision or in this energy of let whatever happens, happens. No, it's time for you to act. Pile number 1, if this resonated with you. You're on the threshold of being the empress, irrespective of your gender. So get up and go and embrace your best life. Beautiful things waiting to happen. Go and embrace it. You've got this. I give you a huge guarantee that you've got this and you're coming there. All right? So just do it. Get up and get moving. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen the Sunstone, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. And I hope your career is doing pretty well and you're just here for something minor. Or maybe you're not here for something minor. Maybe you're planning to change something drastically. Let's see. Sunstone says, take pleasure in all the things that you do, in the things that you do. So, when you hear that, maybe you've chosen this card and you may be just rolling your eyes when I read that. And that, that I've been doing this for some time. And if there's no reward for whatever I've done, how do I take pleasure in it? But that's the whole thing. You start taking pleasure in it anyway. And maybe you did in the beginning. The fact is, I find this is the biggest challenge that human beings face more than any other. Not more than. We are the only species that faces this challenge of not being able to wait. Patience is a virtue we don't possess. Even if we say we do, we don't. Because somewhere down the line, we feel by now we should have got it. And it's made worse because of something that we've been taught from the time we were kids, comparison. We are always looking at what others are doing, how less they may have worked, how fast they got something, or something or the other on some. And even if we don't think that way, people around us will make us think that way. And so it just takes the pleasure away from what we are doing. And before we realize it, something that we started doing because we loved it becomes a burden for us because we have started chasing outcomes. We have started comparing. You're being told to just take pleasure in what you do and don't add pressure onto yourself by, trying to keep up with everyone else or to make your life, your journey the same as someone else's. You are unique. Your journey is going to be unique. And finally, whether everyone's looking for the best education, the best, occupation so that you get a lot of money for what's the end result of anyone's career or anyone's relationship. The end result is happiness. And so if you're enjoying the journey, you don't really have to wait that I'll get there and then I'll be happy. You're happy here and here and here and here, and whether it's a straight road or a absolutely crooked road, you're happy the entire journey. I don't know why I needed to say all that to you, but that's what was coming. So maybe some of you needed to hear it. All right, so let me put down these tarot cards first as I'm reading out the questions. First and foremost, pile number 2. Where are you at in your career and are you aligned to your soul purpose? And you get the Queen of Pentacles. I like the look of it. Where can you find motivation? You get the Father of Cups in reverse. What do you need to know about your responsibilities? You get the 8 of Cups. How is your career shaping up? You may think differently, and the reality may be something different. 5 of Swords. What are the potential rewards that are coming up? And you get the Devil. Where is all this leading to on an energetic level? And you get the 9 of Wands. And what next in the 3D reality? You get Strength. You also get Consciousness, Relationships, Show the world the real you. Oh, beautiful. All right, pile number 2, are we ready? First and foremost, where are you at and are you aligned to your soul purpose? And that's a wholehearted yes with the Queen of Pentacles upright. You are exactly where you're meant to be and you're doing a great job, you know. But I have a feeling, just looking at the Queen of Pentacles and this relationships card here, that I feel that you are balancing a lot of things. You're taking care of home and career, irrespective of your gender. And you are juggling a lot of things. And initially, you really enjoyed what you're doing and you would take on everything because you're so good at what you do and you're so charged up. But what I feel is you are reaching burnout because you're not taking pleasure in the things that you do because you have taken more than you can chew. For some of you, it could be that you've been, so focused on your career that a relationship suffered for a brief while and now it's taking from you. So, okay. This may not resonate with everybody, but what I'm hearing here is that for some of you, you have a thriving career which you are on the brink of giving up because of issues in your family, that you are giving too much to your career and neglecting things at home. And it's not being told to you to do it, but the circumstances at home have been so difficult that you are making this personal choice, or you're on the threshold of making that choice of wanting to give it all up because there's no fun in doing what you're doing because of all that you have to face when you come back home. But what you're doing is definitely something beautiful. You know it actually. You don't really want to hear this confirmation. But yes, you may be wanting to know whether you're aligned to your soul purpose. Because if you were, then why are there so many obstacles? You are definitely aligned to your soul purpose and you've been doing a great job. And the universe is really proud of you. All right? We'll come back to your relationships shortly. Let's go on to the next question, which says, where can you find motivation? And you get the Father of Cups in reverse. I really feel for those of you who don't resonate with this relationship aspect of this reading, maybe this pile is not for you, all right? Because this is totally work clashing with home kind of situation. You know, when you've started this career, maybe you and your spouse had started this together, or you've started your lives together, and maybe you've even known each other for a long, long time since you were youngsters. Doesn't have to be for everybody, but whatever it is, you and your partner, your spouse, your significant other, you both have been very career focused and you were encouraging one another in your careers. And for a lot of you, you're in a marriage, or either you're in a marriage or you're in a very stable connection for quite a while now. And you both have been concentrated on your career and your relationship and you've understood one another. Somewhere down the line, you have started doing really very well in comparison to your spouse or your partner or your significant other. And because you have taken off in such a big way, not to say that they are not successful, but they're not as successful as you are. And it's not to say that they're jealous of it, but you have suddenly become so busy that this spouse or partner or significant other feels that they don't get enough of you. And because of that, there may be an element of jealousy. After all, we are human. and there's this feeling of they are not a priority in your life. Your career is, and this could be because they're just feeling salty about the whole fact that you've suddenly, you know, become so career focused that there's no time for you to sit like you did in the initial years. And they may be making things quite difficult at home. It may have started with snide remarks, but they've started making such a big issue of it. And you've been very strong through it all right? And you may be thinking of giving up your career just to pacify things at home. Because you feel that the way things are, you're not able to do justice to your career because of all this that's happening at home. And if you put more time towards your relationship, then maybe your career will suffer, and you're wondering which one to give up. This partner of yours was a huge motivation, and maybe when you started off they were doing better than you and they motivated you and kept you going, and now when you've just taken off they're feeling a little sad about it, and they're not even feeling sad about it. I mean, they may have felt sad about it, but that's triggered very unhealthy responses from this person. I feel you're on the verge of dimming your light, of coming out from that career just to make peace at home because you love them very much. What do you need to know about your responsibilities? And this is a beautiful card. You get the 8 of Cups. Look at the 8 of Cups depicted here. They haven't shown the other cups, but that's, this person is walking towards a beautiful future. And they are walking away from emotions that don't serve them. They want complete fulfillment and they're not getting it where they are. And in your case, what you feel is that you need to give up your career to make this relationship work. But what you don't see is that when you give up your career and dedicate yourself to this relationship, you are not going to be fulfilled emotionally. And if you are not happy, this relationship is not going to flourish. With this card here, which says, show the world the real you, you're meant to shine, pile number 2. Irrespective of your gender, you're meant to shine. Balance is definitely the key for a good life, because if you are in a relationship, you need to give time to your relationship, you need to give time to your career, and there has to be a balance. Sometimes your career will demand more, sometimes the relationship will demand more, and there is some sort of a balance. Now, you've got to sit and talk things out with this significant other of yours and not walk away from your career to pacify their ego or their hurt. You can take some time off, go on a vacation together, talk things out properly, ask them what's bothering them, and tell them in no uncertain terms that this is something that you've built with a lot of effort and with a lot of encouragement from them, and that you can tell them that you've deliberated walking away from here, but it's not working. You won't be happy, and things will get a lot worse in the relationship when you're not happy. And you've got to be fulfilled to be able to make anyone else happy. And as it is, you're not responsible for anyone's happiness. Everyone's responsible for their own happiness. But yes, when you're in a relationship, you want to pour in energy, and you will pour in when you can. What you need to know about your responsibility is that, especially whether it's in a career or at home, there has to be balance, there has to be equality. The biggest problem is that you are a very strong person. You, all of you, pile number 2s, you're very strong people. And so you take on more than you can chew or you should chew, I would say, because but you are so eager to help. You can do this and you can do that and you can take care of everything. People give you a lot to do, a lot that they should be doing, they put it on to you. And this may be happening both in career as well as in the relationship. And you feel that you can do this and you can do that. You actually take it as a challenge. Yes, I can do it all. But that's not a great place to be, because somewhere down the line, people have stopped appreciating it and just making you do the work. When you start giving easily, people don't see your effort as effort and they keep pushing you. And that's what I feel has happened. There's no boundaries here. You've done too much for too many people. And it's time for you to walk away, not from your job, not from the relationship, but from this place wherein you would do extra for everyone. You need to have that heart-to-heart talk and say that this career is important to you. You have really worked hard on this and you're not going to let it go. At work, you will start delegating more. At home, you will put down firm boundaries. The only thing that you're walking away from is giving too much. This balance is required. And if this relationship is, your partner is not willing to come halfway, then you may actually need to revise what you really want from your life. Because if you think that this beautiful thing that you have created, which is very much in alignment with your soul purpose, if you think giving this up is going to give you fulfillment, it is not. I'm going to clarify something here. If you walk away from your career, temporarily you will find a lot of happiness. You'll find your Two of Cups, but there will be a sort of void within. You will be diminishing your light. You will be withdrawing. You won't be happy. I clarified the Eight of Cups with the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups in reverse. This is an alignment with your soul purpose. This is something which brings you immense happiness. This person also brings you immense happiness. This person is your soulmate. But if you give up on this to make this a better place, temporarily this person will be happy because they've had their way and they get attention. But you're not going to be happy here. You are just not going to be happy because you are dimming your light. You are not showing the world the real you. You're compromising here. And this is something that you've always wanted to do. So you're not going to be fulfilled. Your inner child is not going to be fulfilled. Walking away from your career is not the solution, and walking away from this relationship is also not the solution. The solution is having firm boundaries, balancing, and actually having that heart-to-heart. And putting the ball in their court that I'm not giving up on this. We can do these things better. You give me suggestions. What is it that you want? What is important to you? And I will definitely do that. But this is only how much I can do. And this is wherein you've got to step in. And even at work, you need to delegate some more. This is about your responsibilities. Pile number 2. How is your career shaping up? And you get the Five of Swords. This could be something which is also adding to your wanting to walk away, At work, you may be also facing, if for some of you I'm hearing, this person is also a part of your business or your whatever it is that you've created. Maybe there are problems at work as well. They want some more responsibility there perhaps. Or Five of Swords is the energy of competition. All right? The Five of Swords is about arguing or wanting the upper hand. And I feel that you have really worked on this and brought this, whatever it is, to a very beautiful place. And if you're working for somebody, it's not your own thing, even there you've really performed. And now I feel you've come to a place wherein if you're working for someone, people see you as the blue-eyed, person who's been given a lot of responsibilities. You are the most trusted, and it's not sitting well with them. And I feel that you already, and I don't feel this is something that's going to come. I feel this is something that you're already facing, wherein you're feeling other people being jealous of you and trying to be a little difficult at work, because clearly you're way ahead of them. And it's not as though you wanted to compete with them. You're just very good at what you do and you love what you do. But because of what's happening at home and because of what's happening at work, you have lost the joy in what you're doing, which is exactly what they want you to do, so that you walk away from there and the coast is clear for them. But you need to continue being what you were, taking pleasure in what you did. You started this because you love to do it. It's an alignment with your soul purpose. It's something that you wanted to do maybe as a child. This is your soul's calling. This is happiness for you. This person, this relationship is also happiness. But this is you. If there is no you, if you keep adding things on the periphery but you shrink, where's the happiness in that? You've got to stay strong. And maybe all this is happening for that, because this is what's coming up next in your 3D reality. Strength. But we're going to go in order. What are your potential rewards? And you get the Devil. I think you're doing so well as far as your career is concerned, that with the Devil card here, I feel you are going to get such tremendous amount of success, wealth. Your finances are going to be so good. You're going to be doing so well as far as your career is concerned. Maybe you get a bonus which others don't get if you're working for someone, or you're getting a promotion, which is something that everyone has been eyeing, but you get it. Or if it is your own business, you make it big. All right, but it is going to be something so huge that you are going to be drawing a lot of negative energy. It's already starting, even at home, even at work. People are seeing this. This is that Devil energy that can swallow you up from the people around you, at work, at home. And at the same time, it's going to be so much that you won't be, it's almost as though it's so much of success and so much of abundance that it might threaten to consume you. That's what's your potential reward. You're going to get so much of success. It's so important for you to stay grounded. And in fact, this is coming to you because you are grounded. You are the Queen of Pentacles. She's very grounded. Irrespective of gender, this is the energy you're embodying. The Queen of Pentacles, sorry, not the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. She is so grounded, in balance. She takes care of herself. She takes care of the home. She takes care of the career. It's just that in your case, you've just done too much. And you've got to tone that down a bit. And you're already going through this at home, and you're seeing the shift in your work. And you're contemplating shrinking. Do not shrink. In fact, be mentally prepared that you're going to get a lot more of envy at work. And if you don't have that heart to heart and make up your mind, you will have to face that at home as well. But you stay your ground, pile number 2. You've done a lot of work, and you've done it beautifully, and you've done it right. More delegation at work. And boundaries both at work and at home. And even when you get to this amount of success, don't overdo anything. Usually when people reach here, they start, people come to the pinnacle of success, maintain it for a while, and then they come crashing down slowly because they're not able to maintain it. Because all the balance and all the discipline and all the right things that they were doing to reach the top, because of that kind of success, they give up all those tools which took them there. And so they come down. And this is something you need to guard against, because you're going to get tremendous success here. Where is all this leading to on a soul level? And you get the Nine of Wands. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. Oh, how I love this. How I love this. Let's read it again. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. On a soul level, you are learning how powerful you are. Because despite all this at home, despite all this at work, despite all these misgivings that you can't handle it, you lose out on this or something is wrong, you will find your power, you will stay the course, you will delegate more at work, oversee things while delegating them, make sure your boundaries are in place, not take on more than you can chew, but manage everything so beautifully that despite the success, you will remain grounded. Despite the success, you will keep moving forward and enjoying your life and not let this success take away the pleasure from what you're doing. And in doing so, you realize how powerful you are when you align to the universe. And this is exactly what you're doing. This has aligned you to the universe. And if you keep doing what you do to reach here, that is enjoying everything that you're doing, stay in a place of balance, no one can defeat you. You are very connected with this consciousness card here. That's the first thing I noticed. You are extremely connected. Do not diminish your light. So you may feel that you should, but you shouldn't. Pile number 2. And what's next in the 3D reality? People are going to see your infinite potential because you see it. People see you're strong because you weathered the storms within your home, at work, and you still rose above it all because you recognize that you are aligned with the universe, and the universe will always have your back if you stay grounded, if you stay aligned, and you've mastered that. Oh, wow, I love this energy. Beautiful pile number 2. Sending you a big, big hug. It's an honor to do this reading for you. And no matter what I say, these energies may not be easy, what you're dealing with. But you know what? You're going to get past it, and how. So very happy to be doing this reading for you. Take very good care of yourselves, and not for a moment will you doubt your ability or doubt what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right track. Believe in yourself, all right? Wonderful things waiting to happen, which may even overwhelm you. Take some time out. Make sure to rest. Make sure to hydrate. Make sure to do all the things that you were doing to reach here. Now you're going to reach on another level. Don't forget basics. That is all I have for you, pile number 2. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, those of you who've chosen this beautiful aquamarine card, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well, your career is doing well, and you're here just for some confirmation. And yet, you don't know what's happening. It's a general reading, but for all of you, your message is go with the flow, which means I feel for a lot of you, maybe you're very focused on the outcome and you've been at it for a long time. Initially, you possibly went with the flow, and now you feel, you're maybe questioning yourself. Are you on the right path? Are you doing what you're meant to do? Why aren't things happening for you? So we are here to find that out. All right, I'm going to read out the question and lay your cards. And once we lay out both your tarot and oracle, we'll begin your reading. Where are you at this time? Beautiful pile number 3s. And are you aligned with your soul purpose? And you get the Ace of Wands in reverse. Where can you find motivation? You get the Sun of Wands in reverse. You get 2 cards and the Sun. Wow. Okay. What do you need to know about the responsibilities that come your way? Okay. The High Priestess in reverse. How is your career shaping up? 10 of Cups. Potential rewards for you. Knight of Cups in reverse. Where is all this leading on an energetic level? The Hermit. And what's next on the 3D level? You get the 3 of Wands in reverse. You also get trust, ancestry with the tree, 42 could be significant, and look at the bigger picture. I just want to clarify one thing. Okay. All right, pile number 3. Let's begin. Where are you at, and are you aligned to your soul purpose? Well, what I feel right now is that you are demotivated. You do find yourself facing a huge creative block. You are looking for a new opportunity. You want to start afresh. You want one boost, and you're not getting it. And that is because you are not aligned to your soul purpose, pile number 3. As I was saying in the introduction, you don't have to be aligned to your soul purpose when you're doing your career, you know. Sometimes we go through a lot of careers before you finally align to our soul purpose. And all those careers that come in between are meant for us. We are meant to take that path before we align to our soul purpose. In your case, whatever you've done so far is great. But now you're ready to align to your soul purpose, which is why you are demotivated at your place of work. You're not getting fresh ideas. For some of you, you may be writers. For some of you, you are creators of some sort. And you are just blocked, you know, no matter what you do, however differently you try and create, you feel you end up with the same thing, the recurring theme. The same kind of thing. There's no newness. You're not able to create, and you're really frustrated at this time. This is what I get for you. So if it resonates, then keep watching. If it doesn't, please choose one of the other piles. Now, where can you find your motivation? You've always found your motivation in your own work. You do work, you get recognition for it, you get this huge ideas all of a sudden as epiphanies, and they just a lot of energy, and you pour it into your work, you get success, and that stokes you, you know, and then you carry on doing more good work. And now you're demotivated, and so because nothing new is coming, no ideas are coming, and you're upset about it. And you are being told that instead of looking at your past accolades, what you need to do is to connect with your inner child. What did you do as a child that you loved to do? That was something that you really, really wanted. But as you grew up and as life got in the way, whatever you had possibly wanted to do may the people around you may have thought it's impractical, it won't get you a lot of money, it won't get you success, and then you carried on doing whatever you did. But now that inner child is calling out to you. That is why you're not getting ideas, because you're not doing what you're meant to be doing. And sometimes you think about this beautiful thing that you used to do, and then you just brush it off because that's so childish. That was something you did when you were a kid. What you're being told right now is to tap into what your inner child wants. If you're not convinced, don't take it as a full-fledged career. Take it up as a hobby right now. When you start pouring your energy into this one thing that you like to do as a kid, or maybe there are more things than one that you like to do, your this particular blockage as far as your creativity is concerned, that will get lifted. For a lot of you, you need to work on your sacral chakra, maybe your root sacral and your solar plexus chakra. Very important for you at this time. You can work with the carnelian crystal, it'll help. But more than anything, connect with your inner child. If you have had a traumatic past, deal with it. Deal with it as in go and heal it. You don't just brush it under the carpet. It's every few months or years it will come up and it will rob you of your best life. When we are kids, when we go through something, it's not in our control. We are too small and too weak to fight for ourselves. But we don't have to carry that and make that our reality for the rest of our lives. You're grown up now. You're at a place wherein you can handle it. No matter how painful it is, you can let it go eventually so that you can live your best life. You're meant to shine like the sun. Your inner child wants to come out and be happy. And when you do the healing and allow your inner child to come and allow your inner child to feel safe, I'm telling you, pile number 3, there's no one who's going to stop those ideas from coming into your head and those new beginnings that you're waiting for. It's going to be brilliant. But you are very blocked at this time. And it would start with inner child healing for you. What do you need to know about your responsibilities? You are carrying about your responsibilities in a very logical fashion. You are creative, you are very intuitive, but it's totally blocked. You just stick to practical things, you do things logically, practically, because it's easier that way for you. And you are the high priestess, go with the flow, AQUAMARINE, Pisces. This is what you've got to do. You need to connect with your intuition. It's blocked because there's something that is unhealed and you can't run away from it anymore. For a lot of you, it's got to do with something from your past. It could have been triggered by a relationship after you've grown up. But the issue is something which you've been carrying from your past. And that relationship may have been a trigger so that you can actually get back there and heal it. But you didn't. You just hid it under the carpet and you were just busy building up your career. And now you've come to a standstill. And you need to work on your intuition. You need to get in touch with your inner child. How is your career shaping up? Your career was doing very well and you know it. And that's why you're so disappointed, because you're not aligned to your soul purpose. But when you do align to your soul purpose, believe me, you will have so much happiness, so much emotional fulfillment. That's how it's going to be. Even if you don't want to give up what you do, suppose you're hearing this and you say, no, but I like what I'm doing. Very good. If you like what you're doing, don't have to give it up. But make sure that this is activated. You do this particular thing that you like to do as a child, do it as a hobby. there is a lot of emotional fulfillment waiting to happen, because when you start doing this, when your inner child starts feeling comfortable enough, all those themes from your childhood may come up for processing. It may be a difficult period, but after that you will flourish here as well as here. Doing both these things will give you ultimate fulfillment. You will be more in touch with your inner child, with your intuition, and you will have complete emotional happiness, fulfillment, joy. What are your potential rewards? You get the Knight of Cups in reverse. If you carry on doing what you're doing, I don't see you feeling very fulfilled. But if you actually, right now, even if you don't feel like giving this up, I told you to work on your inner child and work on what you used to like to do as a kid. Start building that up as a hobby. Start building that up as a hobby. And then you will find things start shifting. And if things start shifting, your career picks up again and gives you emotional fulfillment, you can carry on. But I feel you will not after that. I get this feeling that you may work on this, get a boost here, unblock this energy, get your wish fulfillment, and then I feel you're going to lose interest in what you do and you're going to take over this as a full-time thing, and that is what's going to bring you rewards in the future. So where is all this leading you energetically? And you get the Hermit, which says there are some things that must be done on your own. Absolutely. And I feel you are going to do it. When you're doing this, you're getting a lot of people encouraging you. When you do this, you don't find too many people with you, which is why you gave up on this. But when you activate this now, even as a hobby, this will start doing well, and you're going to get so much of success. And then you will realize that you actually enjoy doing this better. And when you say that, a lot of people, around you who were against this in the first place, they will again get after you, saying that, what nonsense, you've got so much success here, why would anyone leave this and go? But the fact is, you're not emotionally fulfilled if you continue with this. So once you work on your hobby and you get whatever it is that you want, thereafter you yourself are going to align with this, is what I'm picking up. And sometimes you've got to do it without the support of the people around you. So what is next in your 3D? I don't think you're waiting any longer for this creativity to come. I think if you keep waiting for this, you'll get nowhere, and you'll realize this very soon. You're being told to zoom out and look at the bigger picture and trust the process, because these things are happening behind the scenes. You don't see it. With the tree, ancestry, and there's this family reunion written here. Honoring our roots. Maybe this has got to do with something that your family did in the past, or maybe this is what you're doing because your family does this and you want to do something else. Or it could be the other way around, that your family is flourishing in some particular line, or you are flourishing somewhere, but this is where you want to go, and this is actually has been done in the past by somebody too. So you take how it resonates. Ooh, sorry about that. Joey has just walked in for you. This is a sign for you, pile number 3. Joey didn't come in for the other 2 readings, and I always love his energy in a reading. So if he's come here, this is a sign. You've got to align with this and trust the process as it unfolds. Look at the bigger picture. And when you don't see results, just go with the flow. You will find everything falls into place. Right now, what has given you success for all these years, it's time for you to change that, because it's not aligned with your soul purpose. And you've reached that place where you need to align with the soul purpose. The Hermit is a very spiritual card, as is the High Priestess. And your High Priestess is blocked, and this is where you need to go. This is where the universe is taking you. Trust the process. So, beautiful pile number 3. If you're facing energetic blocks right now, creative blocks right now, all kinds of blocks right now, if you're not feeling good about something that you have always loved to do, which automatically got you motivation, know that it's time for a change. In the interim period, start working on the things that gave you happiness when you were a kid. Begin it as a hobby. It won't be a hobby for too long. It's going to actually take over this and bring you tremendous success and wish fulfillment. So much of happiness here for you. But you may have to go through with this alone till you come to a reasonable place of success, and then people realize that, oh, we should have let you do that in the first place. But there's a time for everything, so there's no point in condemning anyone for anything. Life has to play its course so that we learn those lessons. But it's time for you to trust yourself and the universe and actually follow what you used to love to do before logic came into the picture. Different sort of reading for you, pile number 3. Well, I hope it resonated and gave you some answers so that you can be back on track and be happy creating, because I feel you're beautiful creators, that your mind is unique, that whatever you do is beautiful. And I feel for a lot of you, this gnawing feeling has been coming for you for some time, but you've just been pushing it away because you've been busy. And you're being told to look at it once again. Whenever you're in doubt, ask yourself. Ask the universe. Don't ask the people around you. All right? So that is all I have for you. I hope you find clarity soon. And you do listen to that inner child. Heal whatever is holding you back. I'm sending you so many positive vibes, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye-bye.